you made the dude who didn't give your money back eat his parents. You know?
Okay. Here's the thing, though. You give me too much credit because I didn't plan it. It was a target of opportunity. What up, though, mi gente? Well, let's get on with the Twitter read. This scenario, though.
Am I ready?
Am
I ready for this? Do I need to be ready? Because yeah, I'm telling you, like every episode, you come at me with some like, you know. And listen, for people out there listening, I need you all to realize something. This is not a game. This is not a bit. It's a cold open every time. All right. So sometimes I'm a little nervous. I'm like, oh man.
Okay, so. I don't know. You know what? You tell me because I feel like this could go either way with you. You can either be indifferent or be like, holy fuck. All right, let's go. Wife has a nympho streak. She says it's mental, not physical. She lays with other men and women she meets on dating apps just to improve her self-control. She swears she doesn't have canoodling with these people she meets. But sometimes...
I want the tweet to actually say that. I'm like, well, I see your first problem. No, good.
But sometimes I fail, she said. I asked her to just lay with me when she gets the urges, but she says she prefers strange encounters. I fear for her safety. I think she's cheating. Advice?
I fear for... Oh. What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy.
Hey, do I have the channel for you? Check out Beta Boy. Man, I tell you what.
Sorry.
Shit.
Yo, I fear for her safety.
So okay.
Okay, so serious.
I think it's dope. For real. I think it's dope that he actually cares for her safety.
No, I agree.
There's a lot of shit out there that's like, I remember I used to have a really bad man-eaters always telling me, can you like stop admitting like someone like stop people are gonna think you're still like this. And I'm like yeah, but I feel like I had to let my shit out there. So look, I'm good. I found the one. I'm straight. 42.
By the way, when he said he's straight, he mean he's good.
Maybe, I don't know. I got a lot of life to live. You know, they say
Bro, that's what I'm trying to say. Like
they say you're not gay until you are. So
well, I say no, because they'll be like, I'm straight. I'm like, okay, guys, he's not reinstating the fact that
right. I'm okay.
Yeah.
But in my 20s, I was not okay, and if somebody were like to fall off the face of the earth, my first instinct is to be like, oh, they're fucking around, right? Not, man, they might be in a car crash or something. You know what I mean? And it just showed how like self-centered, how everything kind of just revolved back to you, because they could be hurt, they could be going through all kinds of shit. Nope, they're fucking around on me, right? No, and so definitely. I think it's dope that. So it's two sides.
You know what's crazy?
He cares about her safety.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna put a pin in that real quick. The fact that you said like she could have been in a car crash, and like no, she must be fucking around. Like something tells me that you would have been the type like, so you couldn't text me between the ambulance ride to the hospital. Oh.
Wait. So in this hypothetical, does her family know? Did her family get a call? Because then I'd be mad. I'm like, so your mom can get a call, but not me. The guy you have been dating
for
3.5 weeks. Yeah, you knew.
You went a little longer, but
no, but for real, like so I think that's dope. But the sad part of this shit is, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the whole like this story, right? Like where my brain goes with it is, it reminds me of the whole Sneeko thing. Right. And one of the things that kind of made me uncomfortable with like how many people were talking shit about Sneeko was his story about how he essentially got cucked. Do you know the story?
So I've So I've read it, or I saw like something on Twitter about it. So is it like he has like a cuckold fetish or some shit
No,
like
no,
that?
no. He does. No, he doesn't. That's the
Oh,
problem, right?
oh,
And so basically, he told a story like straight up on a podcast or some shit.
Mr. Alpha Male.
He straight up told a story about how he went to an orgy with his girl, um, and it was her idea, and he sat there and watched her have sex with other dudes, and it made me sick listening to it because the way he describes it is that that he was hurt, like he was like it was painful watching that shit. And so while all the dudes on the podcast, because you just imagine the crowd this motherfucker hangs around, right?
Mhm.
They're laughing. They're like, yeah, no, could
Damn,
it be me?
could it be me,
I'm
bro?
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, oh, that fuck. I hurt for him. This guy's a piece of shit, right? You know what I mean? And me, I'm like, God, dude, my
You know-
heart hurts for you, bro. Like that sucks.
Like, you know, like you're a
He-
piece of
He
shit, but
did that shit twice.
wait, twice? Okay, but
Twice.
that has to be a fetish.
No. So check this out. What it is, you could hear it in his voice. It was insecurity in the relationship.
Mm.
He was doing what he thought he needed to do to keep his girl, right? And so when operating outside of those boundaries is what made me feel for him. You know what I mean? Like it literally made me feel bad for him.
I see what you mean.
If he did have a cuckold fetish, I'd be like, so
No,
weird
because
to me, but I'd be like, that's his thing. Who gives a fuck? You know?
no, that ass though. Like I see what you mean because when I first saw I lied. I didn't see the story. I saw a joke like a meme.
Oh,
something
right.
Like I
Yeah,
mean, like
it was definitely the base of a lot of jokes.
yeah, like something.
And well deserved, by the way. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not like I'm not giving anybody shit for making those jokes because of the way this motherfucker
Oh no,
has like so little
the dude
like
is garbage.
compassion for but not just that he's garbage. It's because his rhetoric revolves around talking shit about soft dudes
And
or like calling
shitting on
people
women.
cucks. And it's like, bro, you are literally a cuck, right? And now I do sit there and feel bad for you, right? But you're also a piece of shit for not realizing, like, bro, you sit there and do this regularly, and you're literally getting cucked. Yeah.
There's like conflicting emotions here. It's like
Right,
you
right,
shouldn't
right,
be going
right,
through
right,
this,
right,
but you should be going through this. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
right.
So
And that's how I feel about this Twitter thing.
So well with this dude, I think that gets me is the wait what you said. This is how you feel about this?
Yeah,
dude?
I realized
Like,
that was kind of confusing.
I was like,
What I meant was is the both ways, right? There's a part of me that feels bad for him, right? Because clearly he doesn't want his woman to be doing this. But it's dope that he cares about her safety. It sucks that he feels like he needs to stay in a relationship that with somebody who doesn't care about his boundaries or his well-being. You know what I mean?
No,
So
I get it.
on one end it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you want to kind of slap him around a little bit and go like, hey, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's not about putting yourself first. It's just taking care of yourself. Every human being needs to take care of themselves.
So
But also dope that you care, because I think that, and then I'm done. I know I'm ranting. I think that what would happen is, if you look at some of these dudes out there, like the Chud types, they hear that story and they're gonna key in. Which is understandable. We kind of did it, right? The funny part is that you hear the whole story and then I care about her safety, right?
Yeah.
And while that I understand the humor behind it, that's going to be the main part that he deserves ridicule for. No, the ridicule, if anything, is going to be, why would you stay with somebody who does that to you?
Okay. So I think for me that will be the focal point, because when you read the story, you think the advice is gonna come down to a whole like, okay, so how do I get out of this situation type thing? It's not like I care for her safety. I think she's cheating.
Right. And I don't know how to break up with her. Right.
Yeah. But he goes like, for the thread, he says, I fear for her safety. I think she's cheating. I'm like, well, what you mean you think she's cheating? That's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking, like, obviously you guys are not polyamorous, right? In your head, this is monogamous.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the manipulation actually kind of fucked up and masterful if you think about it. Because she goes like, I get these urges, bro. Like, I can't control it. You know what? I need to go out there so I can practice self-control. Sometimes I mess up, you know what I mean? But that's just, part of the experiment. Now I'm over here. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I wanted to clarify because you were doing your Christian Bale voice. Was the problem with was the problem uh was the problem she has a nympho problem? Is that what he said?
He calls it, and I quote, "My wife has a nympho streak."
A nympho streak. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just say like okay, so she has a compulsion for just fucking, and the way that she wants to practice getting under control
is dating other dudes.
is dating other
and women
people.
and women.
Dating other people and seeing if she can handle it or not.
Yeah, to control her urges.
That makes sense. Yeah,
now,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then
so
she
like
said, "Hold up, this is the part that gets me, right? This is the part that for me, if anything, I don't want to say it deserves ridicule, not towards him, but like towards her, because he says like, hey, when you feel these urges, why don't you sleep with me? And she goes like, nah, I prefer with the strangers. No, I'm like, I prefer strange. And I'm like,
that does make sense though.
It makes sense, but however, in that, what I'm trying to say is,
obviously this is not about like,
no, I get it, right? There's a whole different component here, but what I'm talking about is, obviously, you're in a monogamous relationship. That, all I'm hearing is your girl doesn't want to sleep with you at all, even when she gets the urges. Now, she wants a strange, cool. But, my dude, what more do you need to be like, yo, I'm out. I'm done.
Here's what all right. This is gonna get a little
It's gonna get dark?
This is gonna get academic.
Oh, right? God damn it.
All right, so check this out. There is a downside. There's an upside and a downside to just how the stigma behind mental health has gotten. Okay. And so like I take Lexapro, I take antidepressants, I take ADHD meds. I have PTSD, I have depression, I have generalized anxiety, right?
I'm gonna list all those on screen.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. And I think it's dope that in 2023 I could say that kind of stuff and it's not even really brave anymore. It's like, join the club, motherfucker. We got memes on this shit. You know what I mean?
Like you ain't special.
And that's dope, right?
Yeah.
But here's the downside to this shit. I think that it's so normalized to have mental health disorders that what people end up doing on the backside is then feeling that they are compelled to understand, to be compassionate in a way that keeps themselves in harm's way. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
And so what he's doing is going, my beautiful wife that I love, that I promised I would be there through sickness and health, has a disorder, a sexual health disorder, right? And I want to be there with her through it. And the answer is no, the fuck you don't have to be. It's not ableist to say, hey, you have a mental health disorder, you need help, and me remaining here is harmful for me.
I'll give the
That's
dude
not
props.
ableist.
The dude is way stronger will than I could be.
I think it's the opposite, actually.
You think so?
Well, okay. I don't know him. I can't read his mind. Maybe he is. Maybe this is like a super well-adjusted dude and says, hey, just because he could flip it, right?
Yeah.
And it really does depend on, and this is the kind of straw man people do a lot, right? Yeah. Like they'll say something like, I know that's not what you're doing, but like let's say like more the fucking red pill type. He's just a little bitch. This and that, or whatever. But I don't want to straw man it either way, in favor or outside of favor. He could very easily be.
That's fucked up.
Do you think you're not? It's just something in his favor. Do you think you're telling me something I already know? Do you think that this is something that we don't work through? Just because I'm not so insecure that her shortcomings in this struggle is not the end of the world for me. Like you're the soft one. You would be the weak one if your wife had a struggle with this sort of addiction. I'm steel manning the fuck out of this.
I was going to say, but like I'm gonna say right now, I'm imagining him talking like. We should do some role play, but like the way, like him talking, like he's talking to me, and I'm over here like, I feel like I gotta fight this motherfucker. Like, I'm like, this motherfucker just called me a bitch.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could imagine, right? And I'm not that way, right? So
Oh,
I
I
know
could
you're from Jersey and shit. I get it. But me, I know you wear Timbs and black Air Forces. But here's the deal. I just
Hey,
your face like,
hey.
okay,
So
I heard it the first time. Keep going.
so real quick, you make one fucking Vice City joke one time.
That's it. We're in. You opened you broke the seal.
Hold up,
Okay?
hold that thought.
You
So
got
you
Tim's.
trying
They're
to
gonna pick up his Tim's. There it is. I knew it. Why do you have Tim's right there? Oh shit, that's fucking funny.
They're part of the
But
room.
here's the deal. As I'm steel manning this shit, I'm like, yeah, it's like
Come on,
I'm
dude.
from Jersey. Why wouldn't I have Tim's in here? What the fuck's wrong? What the
What is wrong with you?
You don't have Tim's in your room right now? Fake ass Puerto Rican. All right, but even though I can steel man it and it might be like that, I feel like it's usually not that way. And what you find is people who remain in really what he's in is in an abusive relationship. While it's easy to just say like you're weak or you're a bitch or you're this and that, really those are just all stupid fucked up words to say. He doesn't have enough self-worth. He doesn't think he doesn't think he deserves better. And this goes, you have to like understand that when you understand this is the kind of advice we give women. Why stay with abusive men?
No,
A lot of times it's because they don't have enough self-worth or strength to say I'm better than this. I deserve better than this. And that's what's happening with him right now.
No. You know what's crazy? As I was joking, again, we don't know, right? Because it's funny because every time you read any piece of anything, it's always open to some type of interpretation, unless the author specifically said, "This is how I feel." Right.
Right.
So when I read it, like the first thing I assumed, like, damn, dude, you strong, because I don't know if I could, like, and not me flexing, like I'm an alpha. Okay, like, no, I'll be heartbroken, but I don't think I can hear my girl come up to me and say, like, look, babe, I need to get some strange, because, I don't know, it makes me feel better or some shit like that. I'll be like,
yeah.
Oh, so we're breaking up. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, so we're
What?
breaking up. You're right. Like, no, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, I just,
100%.
like, hell.
And anybody who has a problem with that, flip the story around and tell me if that makes sense to you. Most people would say what you just said right now is perfectly normal. But there's that weird kind of like small group of people that's like, oh, that's just because you're controlling and you just want to own her, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
like, just flip the story around and be like, babe, yours isn't doing it for me anymore. Can I go out and get some strange? And I'm like, oh, I'm sure you're real supportive of that.
So however, I will say this much. There is also a fine line between communicating what's going on with you internally. I'm not saying about getting some strange, but if, let's say, there's a kink friendly channel. Let's say you want to explore different, I want to say, not when I say options, I'm going to tell people
this is not a kid friendly channel.
Kink.
Oh, okay.
Kink.
I'm like, what?
Kink with a K.
Got it. I thought it was the accent.
No.
Mira, this is not a.
If you say Jersey, I swear to God.
This one was about DR.
Oh,
totally different.
That's good then.
Okay,
that's good.
Wait, can we take a quick pause? You are from Jersey. I am not from Miami. Yours is reality. My joke is a stereotype.
Okay, go ahead.
Different,
No, fuck this. Go to Miami right now and walk amongst the people.
I spend lots of time in Miami. I would spend like my whole childhood is in Miami.
I was saying,
I'm not from there though.
Go sit down at a table with some dudes playing dominoes and have somebody pick you out of a lineup.
Bro, I'm everyone's Theo in Miami. I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just need the straw hat. Get on the grill.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
Tell somebody I got next on the domino table.
I'm trying to see if my vein is popping now because I'm low key salty.
You getting mad?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So I interrupted you.
So I'll say it's like this is a kink friendly channel. Now, with that being said, there's I think communication is key. And if there's something that you wanna, let's say you saw something online, something you wanna try with your girl, talk to your person, communicate.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
And it's respect boundaries, right? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if your partner, for example, wants to have threesome of any kind. I'm just using like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should be able to communicate that, and then like whatever happens after that, yeah, I mean that's between you and your partner, right?
So
If
I'll respond to that, and then we can move on. Here's what I'll say: that you can and should be able to respond to that. I mean, I'm not respond to that. You should be able to communicate that.
communicate it,
You're right, but the person you're talking to has a right to respond emotionally to that as well. You know what I mean?
1,000%. No, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
like to this entire point though. But anyways, the advice we can give this dude is, bro, if it's, and I'm not trying to be funny with this one, right? Because I know I laughed and now I feel bad. If this is mentally killing you, figuratively killing you, right? Leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let her figure it out.
Yeah. She doesn't care about your boundaries. You're in an abusive relationship as far as we could tell, you know, because I am totally comfortable assessing your entire relationship based off of one tweet.
Yeah, we're professionals. Come on.
No, yeah.
This is episode 5.
I'm a licensed tweet reader. And the fact of the matter is that it seems like you're in an abusive relationship. Everybody knows the shit that is talked about to people on the left. And I'm one of those people. We are those people. And if you understand what consent is, damn near all things are allowed with consent, right? Respecting boundaries. There's a lot of shit in the world in the realm of sex and relationships that I could not do, right? Because I have my own boundaries and things like that. And so the person with me needs to respect those. You don't just open shit up because you want to be a good person, a good partner, and you don't sacrifice your mental health, your well-being, or your own boundaries because somebody else wants you to, right? That means you're in an abusive relationship. All right, we're back. I gotta say, that wasn't that bad.
I told
it
you
was
it could
good
go,
though.
I told you it
was
could go either
interesting.
way.
Yeah. So, hey, let us know what you guys thought about that. Let us know if you agree with our opinions on that. You are here. You are watching the Melanated Timeline. I am one of your hosts, Robo. This is Cipher. What's up?
What up, though? No, think it. Hey, it's your boy.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling great. I took my vitamins this morning. You know what I mean?
Nice,
I'm feeling energized. So we here, episode 5. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Oh.
If this is the first time hearing us, just real quick, this is a podcast in which we just kind of we're on the left side of things, but this is really just about humor, pop culture, social issues, and so yeah, that's what you're gonna get out of us, and we're glad you're here. Check us out. We're on all your podcast stuff and YouTube, and we upload shorts and TikToks, and you know we're doing our thing.
Like and subscribe. Look, guys,
subscribe.
We're 2 men with very fragile egos, and
validate me.
Yeah, and reassurance, please. Okay, so you need to like and subscribe.
Subscribe, smash that like button.
Okay, so I do the Christian Bell voice, and you just go Weird Al, like
Weird Al.
Yeah, I can't say.
Is that Weird Al?
I don't know. I feel like it.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Is smash the like button. There you go. All right. Listen, a lot of people heard the last segment. If you're watching this segment and you haven't, go to our YouTube channel and watch it. But and I guarantee a lot of people heard that Twitter, and instead of sitting there and trying to be like, oh, he should get out of the relationship or blah 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 blah, I guarantee you there's some people who are like, and I can't even be mad at them, by the way. Could be me. I would do this, I would do that. I would cut. I would cuss. Oh, the clothing will be out the window. Yada yada yada. Right? They'd come back. Locks change. You better sleep on the bench tonight.
So I think
petty.
At some point, all of us have been it couldn't be me until a situation happens and it was 100% me. Right?
Yeah.
There's been, and I'll probably leave because I got plenty of stories when I said couldn't be me. And then somebody checked my card, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" It turns out 100% like a Scooby-Doo mystery. It was me.
It was me all along.
It was old man Rogers. But
talking about petty shit.
mhm. Let me
That's
tell.
where I'm going.
Yeah, no. Oh,
I
let me tell
want to.
you.
I want to know. I want to.
Let me tell you about the. This is not the pettiest shit I done, but it's definitely in my top 10. Right.
All right. Go.
So back in the day when I used to live in the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, for those who don't know, I think I was like around 10 or 11 years old, right? Excuse me, 10 or 11 years old, and we was playing in the neighborhood, right? My cousin, me and this particular cousin called Gerald, me and him used to beef a lot, right? For whatever reason, and
was it Gerald or was it Geraldo?
it was Geraldo. Yeah, but just throwing that out there,
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I thought it was gonna be another one. I'm like, bro, does everybody just use English names in DR now?
No. We do use last names as first name. It's weird.
Like everybody's like in the military in DR.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I went to school with a dude. His first name was Henderson.
Literally as
Little,
first names.
Yeah. My girl has a cousin. His first name is Wellington. Like it's strange.
They just want it to be fancy and shit.
I don't know. And you got the U.S. Navy, Usnavi. That's a real thing.
Stop it.
I kid you not.
Stop it. There's no. I
bro,
refuse to
you
believe
don't.
it.
No,
I refuse.
bro, I'm a find. I got you. Anyways,
all right. Petty, go.
right? So, so we was playing in the neighborhood. A bunch of kids playing, right? My cousin, a bit older than me, he had a crush on this girl named Leslie, right? Damn, now I think about it, that's another English name. Holy shit. Anyway, so now
No, but it was Leslie.
No,
Leslie.
no, Lelie. Yeah.
They said fuck the S, huh?
Yeah. It's a silent for some reason. No. So we was playing, and then he always had a crush on her, right? And we was playing this game, and something happened where she got mad at me, and my cousin went and says like, "Yo, this dude was talking mad shit about you, blah blah," because he was that dude, right? Now, Leslie was a big girl. I'm talking about both in weight and in height, right?
Okay.
And she come up to me and said, "You was talking shit," and I'm like, "Nah, I wasn't, blah blah blah." But I get hyped. She gets hyped. She proceeds to beat the brakes out of me. When I tell you,
how old are you?
I was 10. She was like maybe 13, right?
Okay.
13, 14. When I tell you this was like a one-sided ass whooping, right? And I was like, oh, okay.
That's why we have weight classes.
Yeah, dead ass, right? Everybody, all my other cousins that were there made fun of me, like, "Oh, you got beat up by a girl." I was like, bro, come on. Like, and mind you, I used to be a real skinny kid. And he's like, "You got beat up by a girl?" I'm like, all right, cool. Fast forward a few years. I'm like 15, maybe 15, 16. They're in like 17, 18, age group, right? They're finally dating. They've been dating for a while. And cool. Now, a lot of times has passed. We didn't even talk about that shit no more. Every once in a while, very, very rarely it gets brought up. We all laugh about it. I laugh.
But it's a joke. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, you're a messed up person when an opportunity presents itself. And then you realize how much trauma you have inside. You be like, all right, bet. So, my cousin,
keeping that shit bottled up for all
that time. So again, me and this cousin, for whatever reason, we used to beef a lot, right? We always used to throw shade at each other, always trying to one up each other. One day, he had another shorty. He was messing around with another shorty. My grandma's house, right? Now, Leslie used to live like across the street, 2 houses over from my grandma's. One day, I'm outside chilling, and she comes over. "Hey, have you seen your cousin?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know he's upstairs doing his thing." And I'm like, "Nah, I think he's sleeping upstairs. You want to go check on him?"
Stop.
And she goes like, "Oh, yeah, I can't." Like, yeah. Go ahead. He's he should be upstairs sleeping. So, my grandma's house has a balcony, right? Also, like a real big balcony.
Yeah.
And she go upstairs, bro, and like in a matter of 5 seconds, mind you, she is still tall as hell, and she's still a big girl. And my cousin he was my size. Not my size now, but my size back then, right?
Right.
All you see is shit flying out the balcony. Now, The shorty comes down, like that he was with, and him, like he's in his underwear. Shorty, like, it's just like trying to put her clothes on there, and Leslie is whooping everybody's ass on the way down. She comes downstairs, proceeds to beat the brakes out of him and the girl. Now I'm over here. I didn't even try to stop the shit, right? Everything, like my auntie come up, break everything up, everything stops. He looks at me. He's like, "Why didn't you try to help me?" I was like, "Bro, you remember what happened to me when I was 10? She beat my ass. So
you did all this. Well, hold on. You did all of this because 10 years ago you got beat up by a girl and got laughed at.
I got got beat up by a girl because he instigated it. Because he said he was talking shit.
That's the long game right there.
Yeah,
that's the long game.
Hold up.
And you know what? I'm glad you're in therapy because you need it. But
it gets better.
I'm glad.
It gets better, right? Few years later, right? They break up. Everything happens. Whatever. Oh, they were on and off. Right? Few years later.
Surprising.
Yeah, no. I'm in the military. Your boy is looking schmexy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hits me. She slides in my DMs. It's like, and didn't even waste no time. She's like, "Damn, you grew up nicely." Ooh. And I'm like, "Oh, appreciate it." You know? Screenshot. I told my cousin, like, "Bro, I want no problems. You know, I respect you. I don't know if y'all still together or not." But she go, just in case. I don't no disrespect. They're off now. they went from on and off to off.
Why,
bro? Because
my story is like nothing. Like your story is like, you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, now I am.
Bro, when I tell you that was the most one-sided ass whooping I've received in my life, and I've gotten into fights in my life, but Leslie beat the brakes off me, man. And
you fought all kinds of dudes, and nobody left an impact on you like Leslie did when you were 10.
Yeah, and again, the entire time I'm getting my ass whooped, this is funny because I still remember this.
Dude's laughing and shit, right?
All I could think about, I'm gonna fuck him up. Cause here's the thing, I knew if me and her ever got to blows, because even when we were playing the game, I knew when she got mad, I knew like I need to defuse the situation. Cause I seen Leslie take out all manners of dudes.
You know what? Props to Leslie.
Yo,
that's what's up.
That ass.
That's
like,
what's up.
When people ask me who was like the most influential ass whooping, you got people like your mom, maybe some dude I follow. You know, Lely from the block.
What was the ass whooping that caused the most growth?
The most growth. The most emotional damage. Let me tell you about this girl named Leslie.
Yeah. I probably would never be as strong as I am today if I wasn't beat up by this girl named Leslie.
Oh! You thought I picked up boxing and weight training because my daddy issues? Nah. Let me tell you about this. Yeah, man. So
shit.
That's not, I won't say my pettiest, but it's definitely my top 10.
When I think of the word petty, I think my story is definitely pettier than yours because of the reasoning behind it. Like yours is definitely the most like what I have to say is going to be nothing as emotionally scarring involved or anything like that. Like you know, your story's like low key, like for real low key reminds me of. Do you remember that South Park episode where
the chili
Cartman? Yes.
Yeah, the chili. Yes.
like when I hear a story like Petty, I'm not expecting to hear that you made the dude who didn't give your money back eat his parents. You know?
Okay. Here's the thing, though. You give me too much credit because I didn't plan it. It was a target of opportunity.
I know, I feel you.
This motherfucker call me Cartman.
I'm like, God damn! Don't piss off Chris. Chris will get you back. Will get his, even if he has to wait 10 years. He will get his. My shit's more like old man get off my lawn shit. I didn't destroy anybody's life or relationship, but here's what
that relationship was toxic. If anything, I saved it.
No, you say yeah. You did him a favor.
He was
both of them a favor, probably.
Oh, yeah.
So check this out. So this is something I inherited from my father. You know how we get a lot of like bad habits from our dad, right?
By the way, is it like the same thing you inherited from him, like that shirt?
Nah, he don't wear shit like this. He be ashamed of me right now. That's okay.
That's
I
fucked
got
up.
more. I got better drip than him. It's okay. I love him to death, but he can't.
I'm dripping. He
Uh,
can't pull this shit. You know what? You know what though? Props to you, because I was trying to put you down, and you turned my shit into gold. Good for you.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm
for you.
learning.
Good for you.
But listen, here's the thing. One thing, actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the pettiest thing I've ever seen my dad do, and then I'm gonna tell you the thing that I do because I learned from him. My parents in San Diego live close to a community college, and so during school hours, shit gets packed. Students don't want to pay for the parking, and they park up along the street. And because of like the cars, like he had my mom's car, he had my car, and then he had his truck. It would be kind of a bitch to get in and out of the driveway, and so he would always park on the street right in front of the house, and then we have my mom's car and my car in the driveway.
I know where this is going.
And it would piss him off to no end if anybody else parked in that spot, to the point where he would even paint the curb red right there as a fake red, and he would get tickets because somehow I guess there's people in the city who inspect this shit, and they would knock on his door and be like, "Hey, that's not a designated fire parking." Like he's like, "No, I did that," and they'd be like, "You can't do that," and then they give him a ticket.
Wait, so your dad was willing to pay tickets?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's still red. You know, he got a couple times, but instead, what would happen is, I remember in high school we had this whole system where, hey, I'm not going to be home in time, so make sure you take yours or your mother's car out to the street to hold that spot. Hey, I'm on my way home. I got to go to the car, sit in the car, just sit there, wait for my dad to come rolling up so I can go park in the driveway. He comes in. It was a pain in the ass, all right?
So you need a hug?
In in this particular case, somebody had got the spot, and they caught my dad on the wrong day. We had been doing landscaping upgrades to the house. First of all, I swear that he does. Oh, King. We had been doing. He's always doing something to the house, and he called me out and gave me a shovel.
This has turned into a good fella.
We fucking killed the guy? No. No.
We're joking, government.
Yeah, we're just kidding. We fucking just put a bunch of fucking extra dirt that we didn't need, all over the car. Buried it was on the car right there, and just dirt. Guy came back yelling, and we were just kind of standing there like, I don't know. I think somebody vandalized your shit. Yeah, we had a pile here.
So y'all vandalized the car? Essentially.
Yeah, just put dirt, but just put like, there's just mounds and mounds of soil all over the car.
For the record,
and we just said it wasn't us. Yeah.
For the record, anybody keeping score, my shit wasn't illegal. Just throwing that out there.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right.
I destroy feelings, not property.
So he was fine. He was fine. Just dust that shit out, go in the drive-thru. He good. He didn't park there anymore. Cops did come, but he just couldn't prove it was us. So it was like, yeah, I think somebody like played a prank on him. Like, we have this out here on the driveway for our landscaping, and we came out, we saw dirt there too. Like, I don't know. Maybe they don't fucking park there. So I grew. I learned to like really fucking hate people parking in front of my. To this day, I don't do anything to the car anymore.
But
if I look outside my front door and I see there's a car right in front of my house, I am irrationally angry for nothing. Cause I got driveway space. But I'm like, who the fuck? Where are they visiting? Who are they? They're not here. How can you don't park in front of the house that you know? And if there's a big old party or something like that, it's still irritating. But I'm like, what are you gonna do? But if it's like you couldn't go park in anyways. So there's this thing I used to do. I would go in the middle of the night. I'd creep out there. I would take the cap of the tire stem off. I'd go find myself a tiny little pebble. And I put the pebble into the cap of the stem, and I'd screw it back on. And then it would just depress it just enough, right? I don't screw it all the way down so I can hit the loud one, but it would just be, and it would sit there, and it would look good for an hour, 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, a few hours later, you hear them, what the fuck? And And he come out. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I got a fucking flat. And I'm like, oh damn, bro. He's like, it's like the fucking third time. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Maybe don't park in front of my house. But yeah, that's I would say that is the pettiest thing. So it's not illegal. It's not like it was reserved parking. It's just being in front of my house.
You know what's
and
crazy?
I will give you flat tires. I used to give you flat tires. If it ever happens now, it must be somebody else.
Here's the thing, though. That is petty. That is pettier than my thing, right? Because
Pettier, right? Petty, right? Because it's not important.
Yeah. Like, because that dude is gonna take his car. You know what I mean? To a shop. Trying to get
inspected. Not gonna find no leak.
And you know them scammers like, bro, you're just gonna need 4 new tires. So he has to spend.
They're gonna fill it up with air.
Yeah.
And if they don't know that the cap is in there.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure it got fixed because once they put the stem back on, right there is when they're gonna wait a minute and they're gonna look inside like somebody got you, homie.
You giving the guys at Pet Boys way too much credit. They're gonna look.
Damn, I haven't heard of Pet Boys in long.
I know, right?
Damn.
They're gonna look at that shit and be like, bro, you need new tires. You can go there for the oil change with brand new tires. They'd be like, bro, you need new tires.
Yo.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely you won the petty wars.
Petty, right? Petty.
Yeah, you won the petty wars because you caused emotional damage on the long run and money.
Emotional damage
and money.
Yep.
I saved a potential toxic relationship.
Right, you saved her.
Yeah,
from an unfaithful.
Yeah. So look. First of all,
you have a silver lining on yours. Mine is just don't park in front of my house.
Yeah. So if anything, like you're a criminal, I'm a vigilante. Still illegal.
Whoa. Okay,
so it's okay. Your origin stories it can be traced back to your dad.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a product of my environment. What can you do?
He wants to be in a podcast too.
Oh man. Okay, so this one, I'd say like, hey, we're gonna try something different today. So I guess it is different, right? But I mean, it's only like 5 episodes. Maybe it's gonna be like the norm, right?
What is different?
What does that mean? Yeah. We are going to do some reacts.
Let's see how we feel about certain people's opinions.
Girls will not lose interest in you if you do this. But so many guys fall into this trap. When you first start talking to a girl, a lot of the times it's gonna seem like she's super hot and cold with you. One minute she's blowing up your phone, and the next it's radio silence. And this is the part where 90% of guys start messing things up. Instead of playing it cool, they start pursuing her harder. Double texting, blowing up her phone, sending flowers. But what you should be doing the moment she goes cold on you is matching her energy. Let's be honest, she saw your message, man, but you can't be getting emotional every single time a girl doesn't respond to you right away. All that communicates is that you're insecure and needy. Bottom line is you should never be begging for a girl's attention. If she's into you, you will know it. Otherwise, just have some self-respect and move on.
Do you ever hear sometimes whenever you like look at these kind of dating tips and it's like, it's good advice, but for the wrong reasons?
Yeah, like it's like getting the right answer using the wrong formula.
Yeah, it's like the one I always give is that stupid saying, don't put pussy on a pedestal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, correct, but not because you're better than pussy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you shouldn't put other human beings on some level that they can't attain anyway. You know what I mean? It's not healthy.
I think a lot of dudes struggle just saying out loud, hey, you got curve, move on.
Move on, right?
Right,
and
because
that's where the good advice comes in. It's like, but you notice what he's saying, like the
self-respect.
tone in which he's saying it is no. It's like a game to him, to me. You know what I mean? Like it's like a game. It's like, hey, if she does this, then you need to do this back, and yada yada yada. I'm like, no, that's not. It's not a game. You're not doing that back because she's doing it to you. It's just literally respecting yourself enough and understanding, just like you said, you're getting curved, so that's okay.
Like,
just
hell, you know what's even crazy is sometimes you're not even getting curved, dude. Like shit pops up. You don't know if her ex came back into her life. You don't know what situation she was where
at that point you'd be getting curved, right?
Well, let me rephrase, right? It's don't put yourself down assuming that you did something wrong if the conversation was flowing naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right, cause I've been in situations.
I mean, because she could be having some shit going down in her life. She could be like dealing with her
school,
job.
work.
Maybe she's thinking she's getting fired. Her dad and her, she's beefing with her parents.
A bunch of things could be happening. So it is, like I said, it is a curve. That's what I like to call a soft curve.
for me, tone is very important, right? For me, it is important. And so what I would not want to see to come out of this is what I'm about to say next is, hey, if you play your cards right, you can kind of mind fuck her, and then you'll be there if she comes back. No, no, no. It's just a happy result of being a normal, well-adjusted dude.
Because
You're gonna be that guy that goes, man, that guy he was a good dude, and I remember when I didn't want to talk to him anymore, he handled that real great. And you gonna be a guy that they hit back up.
because
Refer you to a friend.
I agree. Never blow somebody's phone up. Never, because everybody has their phone in their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I know when I'm ignoring. I know, or when I'm not in the mental space to talk to anybody or respond to anything. You know what I mean? It's life happens.
So I rate this one good advice, bad tone, bad intent, I
bad
don't know.
tone.
but generally good advice.
It's just,
If she's not hitting you back, just chill. It's okay.
You know, sometimes how I'll vet a girl out before taking her out. Sometimes I'll be talking to someone, like we've all done it.
You sure you want to give away the secret?
No, it's blessed, bro. Like, they can learn from something from this as well. But pretty much it is like, I'll speak to a girl, what do you want to do? Like, first and foremost, like, I don't take girls out to wine and dine. I don't like it. I don't like sitting there eating. I'll just go for a nice drink or whatever it is. But girls have an expectation now because of society. Again, I have to go to Sexy Fish or here or there, the nicest place. I don't do that. If I do, I do it for me. But if a girl has an expectation that I need to take her to these places, I'll be like, let's go to Be At One. Let's go to like a little chill bar. I know a little sports bar here. Let's go. If they like and are about, no, I'm like, you know what, no. I ain't taking you. It doesn't matter how fit you are. It doesn't matter how fit you are. If you think that I'm going to take you to this place just because you look a certain way, it's not happening.
sorry, bro. Okay, what is up? Okay, what is this up with this? Is it a trend? It's just, I don't know. What is up with these dudes? Like, betting their entire relationship, hookup or potential hookups, whatever, on restaurants, bro.
Right.
I have no problem saying that I'm broke. Never had a problem. Never had a problem admitting that I'm broke.
No, I can't afford that.
Like, oh, bro, it's like, really, you can't, like, not even at all. Because I tell you right now, like, dudes that do this, and it irks me, right? Why are you pretending to be living a lifestyle that you can't sustain? Why? If you can't afford it, stay home, or don't go to that place. I don't know, that's just my.
So this dude in particular though, like what is it about him having that opinion? You say you don't like that?
I don't like the whole. This is how I vet you, and this is how
Right.
you're not worth me taking you here because the way you look. I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you're contradicting yourself because she's attractive enough for you to want to ask her on a date, but she is not attracted enough in his logic for you to take her to what these restaurants that you deem to be too nice for her, which makes no sense to me.
All right. My take. I wonder how many of these are going to be. Might surprise you. Good advice, bad tone.
You think so?
I do, and here's why. I see what he's getting at, but these dudes don't know how to understand that what they are feeling is valid, and not turn it into some weirdo fucking like alpha male shit. It's like this whole alpha male bullshit like just created a whole generation of dudes that don't know how to talk about what the fuck's going on inside their head. And here's what I mean by that. It goes back to our last conversation with regard to like boundaries, right? If you're looking for somebody who is a very specific sort of way, which is fine, man, woman, gay, straight, doesn't matter. You know that you're looking for a certain type of person. That's what you're looking for, right? And so be yourself and then hold your standards. So a non-toxic way to kind of present this is you don't want to go out with anybody who is going to make you feel like she needs to be taken out to this sort of place. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She needs you to spend this kind of money. You know, it'd be like if you dated somebody, like pretend I had the story that he just told, and he goes, yeah, if I date a girl and she tells me my watch isn't nice enough, and she would like me before I go to this place with her to go buy a $5,000 watch, nah, I could buy a $5,000 watch, but I don't want to date somebody who finds it that important.
I get what you're coming from. I do. 100% do. I guess the tone. Okay, I think for me was maybe the tone, the alpha male rhetoric behind it.
Yeah, like what you got out of it was like I know exactly what you got out of it. I heard
Go
you,
ahead.
and I agree. It's just like what he's saying is, oh, I could have taken you there, but now that you ask, nah, I'm gonna make a point, and
Okay,
you know that whole,
but that's my point though. Like, is that really good? Like good advice? Because to me, it's like I just wouldn't talk to that person. Right, I remember. For
right,
example,
but that's what he's saying. That's what I mean about like just shit communication.
Okay.
You're saying I just wouldn't talk to them. He's saying this is how I vet them, and then I don't talk to them. You know what I mean? Like it's the same. It's the same result.
I see what you mean.
But how like a healthy way to fucking just say that is to go. You know, like there are people out there. Let me tell you something. There are people. I have friends like this. And I know friends with long, happy marriages with wives like this. So that's key. The way he is talking about women who demand to be bought these things or go to these restaurants, he's creating some sort of situation in which they are automatically a bad guy for this. Let me tell you something. This is how I vet. And if any female tries to ask me to do this, and that, and it's not how he's saying it. It's just how I know it's not the words he used, but it's how he's coming off, right?
Yeah.
Then
You're paraphrasing.
if you ask for that, then nah, I'm not gonna do it for you because I respect myself, or you know, that kind of deal. Like no. Chill. If you are somebody who that's their love language, they want to be wined and dined, they want to live a comfortable life. They want to go to dinner with somebody with a $5,000 watch. They wanna go to these types of restaurants, and you go on a date with somebody who you thought could provide that for you. Mm-hmm. When you realize that connection is not there, I would be the type of person to be like, that's not me.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? That's not me. And I agree with him that for me personally, not doesn't make her a bad person, but it would be a kind of a turnoff if I said, yeah, let's hit up this restaurant right here, and she's like.
Nah.
Yeah, I go to these kind of restaurants.
So
and then I would be like, okay, well, you with the wrong dude then. You know, hey, good luck to you. I hope you find your rich dude that can take care of you the way you want to be taken care of. I don't, but that's not me.
I used to say,
I'm not rich.
I used to back on my single days, I used to say that all the time. Like, yo, you got the wrong dude. Like,
and that's okay though.
Like,
it doesn't make her bad.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I am a firm believer of the concept of you're not talking to me, right? In the sense of like, if back in the day, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, the city girls said that they only go out on dates with dudes that will spend $100K on them, right? And a bunch of dudes lost their collective shit. Like y'all not even bad enough to do that.
And not one of them could throw $100K at anybody anyway.
She's not talking to me, right?
Yes, right.
And
that's
then,
right.
and then, like, whether or not you feel that somebody can meet her standards, like nobody's gonna, like, because some dude will be like, nobody's gonna pay that for you. Like, no, bro, you won't pay that for her. Like, if it works for her, cool. If it doesn't, to me, I don't get pressed about things like this because I know they're not talking to me.
But what I was gonna say before is I have friends with long, happy marriages who married women who only like nice shit, who like nice purses and nice shit, and that's okay because everybody has different love languages. But what I was gonna say was, I find it funny that those kind of dudes that want to use the tone he used, as if wanting to be taken care of in that way is automatically a bad thing. Now you're a bitch who doesn't deserve his attention, right? That's the tone, right? But it's okay for him to have requirements on looks and how you act and how you do this and how you do that. He can have all the requirements in the world, but if she has requirements on how you're gonna spend money on me, then now that's bad on her.
So that begs the question of is a bad tone would a bad tone dilute a good advice?
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Because with me, like immediately tone because
I see what you're saying. Like, good advice, bad tone means bad advice. Okay,
yeah,
I feel
like
you.
because that's how I
feel
feel. I'm
you.
like, okay, bro, calm the fuck. That was like my reaction.
Right.
Calm the fuck down.
Right. All right, this one's a little bit different. So this one, we're definitely swerving outside of our lane here, and that's okay. I don't mind doing that. This one is girl tips. This one is Nicole Faye, 3 girl tips, things that she wished she knew earlier. Let's see if we agree.
3 girl tips I wish I would have knew sooner. If his idea of a first date is for you to come over his house and chill, girl, dump him. I mean, come on. A walk in the park is free. Always ask him, is he looking to get into a relationship before getting really serious about him, okay? Because if he's not sure about what he wants, if he doesn't know the difference between there, and they are, dump his ass. Even if you don't know. Hell, y'all both can't be dumb.
I like him. I think I like him. So, man, maybe that's the theme of this whole one. Tone is important, right? So there's a lot of stuff in there. First of all, I feel like she's like 40% kidding, 60% telling the truth, right, about things.
I go for a 30-70.
Okay, yeah, but that 30% is enough for me to not like, I'm not gonna get butthurt about some of these things, right? All right, so first one was what? Over the house.
Yeah.
I would only say I disagree if that's not for you. Right? Like if that's not for you.
That's it.
It is not a character flaw to have a high body count. It has nothing to do with nothing. And it's not a character flaw to smash on the first night. Okay? If you have the mental strength, you're not like putting yourself out there and harming yourself by doing it, right? Because only you can know that. If you're somebody who's down to like you put out on the first night, right? And it doesn't work out 3 days later, and that's not something harmful to you, like you're good with that, then yeah, who cares? Like people act like women don't like dick, or sex in general, right? But I think on fucking point regarding if that's not what you're looking for, to not go over his house. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we're in the 95th percentile or above that if you are invited over for dinner at his place, there's no other reason besides him wanting to smash at the end of that.
I think all three of those are
let's go one at a time. Go ahead. Tell me what you think about the first one.
Okay, so the first one, right? Same thing you said. If it's not for you, then let it be known. Like if I invite you over, like hey, want to come through, whatever, right? And you be all I can say is be straight up. Like, look, I don't feel comfortable going to your house on the first date. And and if you say something, of course, if I was single, and if you would say like, oh, okay, you want to go out for dinner? I'd be like, and if I'm willing to do that, let's say if I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's go on a date. I got you. No worries about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But communication. You know what I mean? Let me know what what you want.
The only thing I'll add to what I said was, I think the lack of judgment should go the other way too. I think if he was wanting to invite her over and hoping to smash that night, I don't think that means that's bad. I think that would only be bad if you think he's lying about intent. You know what I mean? Like if he's like if you think he's just trying to smash and leave. But in the same way that I don't think it's bad for a girl to let hit on the first night, right? Sometimes long happy marriages and relationships happen from that. Same thing for him. Like maybe he finds you attractive. I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see how the sex works. And if the sex is good, then maybe this would be a good relationship. Not every dude who wants to smash on the first night is just using you.
Yeah. Again, just use your best judgment when it comes down to this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with what you want, and this goes both ways, right? Be honest with what you want, and then go from there. When I say both ways.
What was number 2?
So number 2, it was when lay down your intent if you want a relationship or not.
Oh, right? Yeah. And then she did the sprint. That's right.
So real quick, I feel like that was the most important one.
Good advice, right?
Because I can't tell you enough how many times I've been in situations where I say straight the hell up, like this is what I want, and the other person either disagrees with me quietly and hope they can change me in the future. Right. And I'm like, no. I told you from the jump what was happening. You know what I mean? I feel like that right there. I don't care who you are. if you're planning on, if you want to like have a long-term relationship with a person and eventually lead to marriage, whatever you're into, you need to put it on the table.
I'd say the only thing that I had a problem with what she said was she put it in a way that let him know, ask him if he wants a relationship. Because if he doesn't, run. I'm like, well, shit, maybe you don't want one, And the last one, I don't know. Like, I felt like it was mostly a joke.
I feel like you will cut somebody off for bad grammar.
Yes. I've dated people that we had good relationships, but the fact that we couldn't really talk about anything of substance, like the only thing we could talk about was drinking, or maybe sex was good, but it was like what we were watching on TV, and that was it. We couldn't have any conversations because they thought politics is boring and religion's boring and everything. I'm like, oh my God. So the spirit of what she's saying, I think I agree with, but I don't think that has anything to do with character, because I think other people who's like, just, I don't know, maybe this is too stereotypical, but think of like, salt of the earth kind of people who maybe dropped out of high school, but they support their family just fine with construction work and stuff like that. And you have two people that are like, yeah, I don't know the difference between there and there, but I know how to be a good person. It's like, okay, yeah, go find that person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to.
I wanted to do with you, but
yeah,
I'm never.
I'm never. Can't have personal.
I'm double checking every text I ever sent you from now on.
Okay, and to close this whole thing out, all right, this one's gonna be a little bit spicier, a little bit probably more angering than any of the ones we've seen. There's somebody named Pearl that I had no clue who she was. I have a feeling if we do more of these, we'll probably bump into her more. I don't know if she's real. I find mostly people like this are, it's too easy to call pick-me's. I think a better word is just a grifter, right? She knows where the money's at, and she knows that how she can make it. Right?
Wait, so grifter and pick-me's can be synonymous?
Sure, but they're not mutually exclusive. I think a pick-me can go and do content because they feel it, and they don't necessarily. When I think grifter, it's somebody who doesn't really care about what they're talking about. They just figured out how to tap into making money off of it. You know what I mean?
Learn something new today.
Yeah,
the more you know.
I mean, I don't know if that's the right answer. I'm just saying how I use it. You know what I mean? So we'll check this out, and we'll see what we have to say about it.
So do you think sex is important to men in a marriage?
Yes.
Okay. What do women want out of a marriage?
Stability.
Okay. And would you say you get that through long-term commitment, right? So what if I told you 1 in 4 marriages were sexless? 1 in 4. So
I believe.
So who is it harder for then? If we're getting the commitment from him, but they're not getting the sex from us?
Wow.
Wow.
I kind of want to watch this whole podcast,
Like,
'cause I feel like when I saw the black girl's face,
I feel like she
wasn't having it.
she has some.
I'd be disappointed if she didn't check her.
I have a pet peeve, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people use statistics either incorrectly or out of context to have a gotcha moment, like what if I tell you 1 in 4 marriages are sexless? And I'm like, okay, is it because somebody in the relationship is asexual?
We don't know the context behind it, right? You giving me that. First of all, I don't know if it's true, but I'm okay with taking some stuff and going, if it doesn't sound too crazy, then fine. For the sake of argument, I don't expect people to just like, all right, well, if your claim is a little ridiculous, then I'm gonna go like, you're gonna have to give me some sources, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 1 in 4, sure. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, why are they, right?
Also, what constitutes what is the minimum amount of sex or no sex to have to be considered sexless? Right? Because frequency, I feel like frequency is important. Something like, let's say, a young couple.
Yeah, but maybe she's saying 0, right? Sexless.
Let's say
There's
sexless.
no sex.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
got it.
but I think you're still right. Like, it's like, why? I think why is the better one. It's like, is it an abusive? Is it an unhappy relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Are they bound because of religious reasons where they can't leave, or they feel they can't leave, but they're not attracted to each other and they're not happy anymore, and yada 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 yada. There's something she's doing here that is super dishonest. That I wish was, and that maybe we haven't seen the whole podcast. Maybe the host does, or host guest, I don't know, challenges more later.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Pearl, her intentions are definitely disingenuous. She is definitely an anti-feminist. She is not doing none of this to be like,
to improve shit.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll say. what you gotta identify on when people like Pearl do stuff like this is that they'll state something and then automatically infer what it's supposed to mean, or they allow you to, right? And what's the most insidious way to do this is to infer something without actually making the claim. So, for instance, what do men want? Oh, or no, see, you notice that she doesn't say what do men want, or she doesn't position it as do men want stability in marriage, as if we don't. She starts off, is sex important to men? Well, yes. The answer is, and then that's it, right? Because she's controlling the conversation. Now let's go to the next one. Like, wait, no, time out. Is sex important to women? Yeah. Is sex important in human relationships? You know, are we social creatures? And you're right. I mean, and that's not even including asexual people. But let's go ahead and say, let's say you're not asexual, right? If you're not asexual, then sex is important. Okay, so that's one. Two, what do women want? And then stability. Okay, sure. I would also say on the feminist side, do men not want stability? Do men like being, and this is obviously very heterocentric, but do men like being in relationships that they feel might end at any point? Well, is that something men like or don't care about?
There are two very different questions being asked here, right?
Right. But also they're not exclusive to any gender.
Exactly. So then,
you know what I mean?
But it's the meshing, right? The intersecting point that bothers me. The whole is like, okay, then who has it harder then? And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, right. That's the nonsense. That's the nonsense conclusion by establishing points that she got to create because the host is letting her control that conversation. Let's if 1 in 4 relationships are sexless, can you provide me the stats on how many in which men are not faithful?
I was just about to say that. Like, also, why are we acting like sex is the magic key to holding someone down and making sure that they're doing what they're doing?
Because everybody knows if you're a dude who's ever cheated, it's only because your wife never had sex with you. You know what else never happens apparently? Lack of stability. You know what famously men are famous for? Men are famous for never leaving their wives and children because they want younger women. That never happens.
I never heard about that. Like,
no, it's not. It's not. But you know why? Because men are so oppressed, and they're just stuck in these sexless relationships, even though they remain faithful and they remain nonviolent, and they're just constantly providing nothing but money and stability. And these fucking women, no sex,
no booty, bro.
So I ask you,
who has it
harder?
Hey, yo, mi gente, that's it for today. Thank you so much for enjoying episode 5 of TNT, not to be confused with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Unfortunately.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
if I had to choose between being a podcaster and a Ninja Turtle, I'm picking Ninja Turtle every time.
Hey, yo, let us know in the comments below which turtle you think we are. You know what I mean? There's 4. You know what I mean? Let me know. I feel like I'm a Donatello, but he might disagree.
No, yeah. I'd probably give you Raphael, but
really,
as long as I'm Leonardo or Donatello or Raphael and Michelangelo. Okay.
So all of them. I got you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shout out to the squad.